Well, good morning, folks. A great big howdy to everybody. Well, the spring is quickly approaching now, and with that, we have to be careful about wildfires. I have a report from the North Carolina Forest Service, and they are urging diligence and good practices and just good old common sense when burning outdoors. March signals the beginning of spring wildfire season in North Carolina, and the North Carolina Forest Service is urging residents to be diligent about using best practices and common sense with all outdoor fires, especially yard debris burns. Western North Carolina counties dealing with significant storm debris from Hurricane Helene are especially vulnerable to wildfires due to increased fuel loading from down timber. That is, they're very vulnerable to wildfires due to increased fuel loading from down to timber. We reduce our wildfire risk by working together, said Agriculture Commissioner Steve Troxler. When it comes to wildfire response this time of year, the North Carolina Forest Service is at the ready, pre-positioning resources as needed. We need you to be prepared and ready for wildfire. Understand that you're not powerless when it comes to wildfire prevention and risk reduction. Everyone has a role to play, starting with making good decisions and planning ahead if you intend to start a fire. Escape yard debris burns, often due to carelessness, continue to be the leading cause of wildfires across the state, accounting for nearly half of all wildfires in North Carolina. In general, human activity is responsible for 99% of wildfires, and spring weather tends to draw people outdoors to work in their yards, with many choosing to burn as a method to dispose of leaves, limbs, and other yard debris. Careless behaviors such as burning on the wrong day, leaving a fire unattended, not staying with a fire until it is fully extinguished, can result in a fire escaping and becoming a dangerous wildfire that quickly threatens lives and property, said North Carolina Forest Service Assistant Commissioner and State Forester Greg Hicks. Your North Carolina Forest Service County Ranger is a great resource for recommending best practices and guidance about when, where, and how to burn safely outdoors. Before starting an outdoor fire, contact your local North Carolina Forest Service County Ranger's office. The North Carolina Forest Service also offers the following tips. Check local burning laws. Some communities allow burning only during specified hours. Others forbid it entirely. Make sure you have a valid permit. You can obtain a burn permit at any North Carolina Forest Service office or authorized permitting agent or online if you access the Forest Service. Keep an eye on the weather. Don't burn on dry, windy days. Local fire officials can recommend a safe way to burn debris. Don't pile vegetation on the ground. Instead, place it in a cleared area and contain it in a screen acceptable way from overhead branches and wires. Be sure you are fully prepared before burning. To control the fire, you will need a hose, bucket, steel rake, and a shovel for tossing dirt on the fire. Keep a phone ready also. Never use kerosene, gasoline, diesel fuel, or other flammable liquids to speed up debris burning. Stay with your fire until it is completely out. These same tips apply to campfires and grills as well. Douse burning charcoal briquettes or campfires thoroughly with water. Drown all embers, not just the red ones. When soaked, stir the coals and soak them again. Make sure everything is wet and that the embers are cold to the touch. If you do not have water, mix enough dirt or sand with the embers to extinguish the fire. Being careful not to bury the fire. Never dump hot ashes or coals into a wooded area. To learn more about fire safety and preventing wildfires and loss of property, refer to Fire Safety Outdoors. For information about creating defensible space and a fire-resistant landscape around your home and property, check in with your local forest ranger, with your local forest service in your county. Contact information for county rangers with the North Carolina Forest Service can be accessed. So that's just something that we need to be mindful of, particularly this time of year. I have a topic now about that affects all of us, and it absolutely affects our farmers, and that's insurance and the need to carry it and have it available from a liability and prevention standpoint. I have an article that I discovered in the most recent North Carolina Farm Bureau Federation magazine, and it's by a gentleman named Alan Williams, who is one of their, who looks after their insurance program for the Farm Bureau Federation. Understanding the value of having an insurance agent is the emphasis of this article. Ask your agent when in doubt. There's been a lot of market volatility in the insurance industry over the last couple of years, which has led to rate increases. The root cause has been a growing number of severe weather events, resulting in more claims, with inflation on goods and services continuing to have an impact on the bottom line. Premium increases lead to questions by consumers, but who are they going to call? For those who went to the insurance store, selected a box plan, and proceeded to the checkout counter, who do you call for service? If you went to the online route, do you have a dedicated person to handle your questions and concerns? Insurance is not one size fits all. Insurance products offer many endorsements or optional coverage which are not needed by every individual or family. A great insurance plan is one designed around the specific needs of individuals and families. When you have questions or concerns, or the need arises to alter or change your plan, having a personal agent is a great benefit. You know the number to call. You have the convenience of visiting a local office for assistance. In addition, an agent can explain the coverage provided in return for the premiums paid, including the promise behind the premiums. The terminology on declaration pages and in the policy outlining the coverage can be very confusing and hard to interpret. All of us could use a professional insurance advisor to explain the definition of insurance terms, what it is and isn't covered by insurance policies. Agents offer the opportunity for confidential insurance reviews for periodic insurance checkups as you progress through the different stages of life. This can include making a significant purchase, such as a car or home, adding first-time drivers, sending the kids to college, becoming an empty nester, divorce situations, becoming a blended family, approaching retirement. Your policies are renewing, your rates have increased, or just when you have questions such as this. And so these are some considerations that emphasize the need to have an insurance agent. And there are many good insurance companies with agents working for them, writing the insurance that you can reach out to. So that is something else to be mindful of as we go forward. We continue to hear information and stories about what's going on in the western part of the state, and sadly in some cases the lack of attention that the people up there need to recover and move on. And to combat this, many individuals and many groups and clubs are taking this issue into their own hands to reach out and to provide assistance. One example is up at what's known as the North Buncombe High School, and the agriculture department there have led to Recover Everett's efforts for North Carolina farmers in this post-Helene situation. Farmers in western North Carolina are grappling with the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. That is obvious, and we hear it time and again. Facing significant agricultural losses along with slow state and federal aid. However, hope is being restored by North Buncombe High School Future Farmers of America students. Farmers in western North Carolina are still struggling to rebuild 4 months after Hurricane Helene hit the region. The storm devastated crops, equipment, and land. Meanwhile, state and federal aid is still slow to arrive. Students at North Buncombe High School, who are part of the Future Farmers of America chapter at that school, have stepped in to help provide aid over the recent months. It's honestly mind-blowing. Right at the beginning, there were so many donation sites, so many pickups that were extremely helpful. But now, as we're moving into the warmer months, I feel like people have not forgotten, but there is less support. To date, they have turned their shop class into a grocery store and greenhouse into a shopping center, distributed grants and delivered care kits to nursing homes. So this is something that is underway on behalf of the North Buncombe Future Farmers of America, and I applaud them. My time has run out. I've enjoyed being with you. I look forward to being with you next week. Have a good week, and God bless you.